This is Matthew Magelky, and this is my capstone video. Ignore my look, it's not the greatest right now, but... Okay, so when first designing this, I was going through many different states. First of all, regarding this state diagram, I was going back and forth on how I was deciding whether I wanted to mute the microphone speaker separately, then mute them both if there's both audio feedback coming from them, or if I should just mute them entirely. I decided to just go with mute them both. So for my state diagram, where is it? It says right here, X is equal to audio feedback. Right here, when there's audio feedback, which is represented by 1, goes into this first state, which the microphone and speaker are muted. And so as long as there's audio feedback, it just stays in this constant loop. It then checks to see if it then unmutes the speaker and sees if there is audio feedback. If there is no audio feedback, it then checks to see if there is audio feedback with the microphone. If not, it goes back to the first state, which is both the microphone and speaker unmuted. And if any time there's audio feedback coming from the speaker or the microphone during the testing, it'll go back to this state right here, which is the microphone and speaker both muted. And so from there, I was able to create my state table, the Carnell maps, both of those right there. And then I came up with this design on quarters. Now, of course, there's definitely areas where I can improve on the design itself, like especially having repeating knots for the repeating Q1 and Q0, which I actually forgot to mention, is basically the next state. And so you can see right here, Q0, Q1, Q0, Q1. This is mic on, speaker on, Q0, Q1. But so there's definitely instances where I have repeating knots, which could then be simplified if this was actually built. When this is actually built, there would be just one knot gate for both the Q knots, Q0 knot and Q1 knot. And also, sorry, I just need to take a deep breath and bring myself back in. I wouldn't have as many gates as I was trying to say. Definitely like the knots repeating are the main issue. Biggest issue is definitely having the triple and, but that can be solved by using a two input and using two input and gates. It'll just be like this, where boom, like that. Although it's more expensive, at least it's just keeping with the double and instead of having the triple and, which I used on quarters. Now, for my simulation, the waveform I tested was this. So, hold on, excuse, I have to find the mouse on here. And so as you can see, as the clock goes on, there's different times of audio feedback being detected, and all that stuff. And then once it's done, it comes out to this. And of course, as you see, as there's no more audio feedback, where is the audio feedback? I'll find there. Once there's no more audio feedback, it then, once it goes to the state diagram, it then eventually goes out to where both the microphone and speaker are on. And that is my capstone project.